loss for the Knicks last night against the Thunder, despite SGA's fit, right? After only scoring 40 points the entire first half, the Knicks stormed back in the second half of the 40-point third quarter, but it was all for naught as Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby missed multiple game-tying three-point attempts to end the game. Earlier this week, Stephen A. said a different Eastern Conference team was under more pressure to reach the finals, though, than the Knicks. Listen to this.
In the end, there is nobody that has more pressure on them than the Cleveland Cavaliers. You got to close the deal. This is what it comes down to, because we're watching a multitude of players on that squad that have not answered the call, and that's the bottom line.
Is it the bottom line? Do you think that the Cavs have the most pressure to reach the finals, or is there another Eastern Conference team you would peg?
That Cali Kush is real out there, man. Woo! Cleveland, SA, Cleveland. What's the media? You know what? I see it though. I see the strategy. I see you take the weight off your team's back, you put it on Cleveland. You put that on Cleveland, you put it on Donovan Mitchell, you put it on 23 coming back home. You know, you alleviate your team, the media market of the world, the team that got to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then say, you know what, Tom Thibodeau, you ain't the guy. We're going to bring in the guy. We need to build depth. Oh, you know what? Now we have depth. Now we have big body Brunson. Now we got Cat. It's our chance. I know we have Giannis looming on the background, and I know the Eastern Conference is wide open. Not sure we believe in Detroit. Don't know how Cleveland's going to handle bringing on James Harden this time of the year. Not sure about the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum coming back. Oh, they got mollywopped last night by the Charlotte Hornets. You know what? I'm going to put it all on Cleveland. I'm going to take it off the Knicks. I see what you did there. But there ain't no way in hell it cannot be the New York Knicks, S.A. There's no other team that has the most pressure on them other than the Knicks. But this is where I'm going to challenge you. You talk about all the time orange and blue skies. How come you ain't embracing it? You wanted this pressure. You want to be in the position to win a chip. This is what you've asked for. This is your moment. Don't put that on Cleveland. You need to own that. This is your time.
You're supposed to be my brother. You know, we supposed to be brothers.
I'm little brother. You know this.
This is just betrayal. This is what betrayal looks like right here. But it's okay. It's okay, Jay. The bottom line is this. I've lost faith in the New York Knicks because they got their ass kicked by Detroit too many times. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I think they could beat Cleveland. I think they could beat Boston. I lost faith in them against the Detroit Pistons. I really, really have. I mean, and to see them get their ass kicked like that really disturbed me because Detroit told them, we coming for you. And the New York Knicks did absolutely, positively nothing about it. So I got questions about the basketball character of my squad when it comes to the Detroit Pistons. That's my issue. That's my issue, right? Now, when I look at Cleveland, in all seriousness, bro, when I look at Cleveland, I'm not just seeing a James Harden that hasn't appeared in too many big games, including the last 4 Game 7s that he's been in, where he's averaged 13.8 points on 27% shooting and 17% shooting from three-point range. I'm looking at a bevy of starters that inexplicably sat out in Cleveland last year for a game, but then they were available for the next game against Indiana. Bothered me. And they lose this series, right? And they lose it in 5 to Indiana, right? I'm thinking about Donovan Mitchell had 33 one game, 48 another, 43 another, 35 another. You know, only had one bad game where he scored the 12, but they lost by 20. I'm just saying to you, there's so many question marks about it, and none of it has to do with their talent. We're not looking at Cleveland and saying they're lacking. We know they have the talent to beat anybody. The question is, how bad are you going to want it, and do you have the heart to try and pull it off? And that's the difference. And that's why I say Cleveland. The combination of Harden combined with what we said about the starters that's last year. That's where I'm at.
Go ahead, Shanae.
Stephen A., we're not falling for the trap. I'm so sorry. We know what you try to do. You try to put as much pressure on other places and not on your squad. And guess what? I understand. Last year, we were in the Garden. People were already anointing this as being the year that they're going to finally make it to the NBA Finals. We took down the Boston Celtics. It took a generational run and some of the most clutch shots by Tyrese Halliburton and the best offense we've ever seen historically and statistically to take down your Knicks squad. You know what comes with pressure? Pain. Pain. And I do understand that, Stephen A. But the truth is, when it comes down to this question and this situation, it's all about the stakes. The stakes for Cleveland, I don't think are as high as the stakes for New York because Cleveland has options. Everyone knows when you insert a new player that first year, it's hard to win a championship. But James Harden has people rethinking that model because Cleveland actually is so good with him right now, having less than a month or a month squad, that maybe they can do it. So I'm not looking at Cleveland. I'm looking at New York, the one with the real stakes, because they have exhausted so many options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first rounders for Mikal Bridges. Karl-Anthony Towns has to play big. You had the brotherhood at some point where multiple of the Nova guys were coming through. You changed coaches controversially from Thibodeau now to Mike Brown. And now you have an opportunity when you look at the landscape of the East. The Cavs are new. They obviously have question marks with leadership when it comes to postseason. The Celtics, they're still not having Jason Tatum yet. How will that affect them? The Sixers are going to be Sixers. You're always going to have question marks about their health. Detroit, we've seen the sample size when Cade does not have an MVP performance. This is a team that you can beat. I understand. After All-Star break, that huge matchup between Detroit and New York, they got mollywopped. Cade did what he did. He pulled up. He said, I own you. I got you. But how did the Knicks respond? Great performances versus the Spurs. Fought their butts off against the Thunder yesterday. They want to win and win now. And if they don't, you know what's going to be the conversation? How do we break this up, and how do we potentially get Giannis? The stakes are that high because the expectation and opportunity the past 2 years have been great. If it doesn't work out now, you're going to look at a different squad. Stephen A., my heart is with you. You got to have blood pressure medication to be a Knicks fan, but the stakes are high for them versus anyone else.
Janae, I just want to set for the record, top of the show, first question was, do you have more or less confidence in the Knicks winning it? Stephen A. said, I have a little bit. Not winning it all, but coming out of the East, he said, I got more confidence. I got more confidence. I'm just...
Based off of the last night's performance.
Okay.
When you asked me that after Detroit, what did I say?
Yeah, that's...
Detroit is the one standing in their way. I'm consistent.
Are you consistent?
Yes, despite the fact that last night the Knicks outscored the Thunder in the paint, on fast break points, second chance on they still lost, but that's okay.
Is Cleveland standing in the way? Is Cleveland in the way, or is Detroit in the way?
Detroit.
Oh, so that's more pressure on the Knicks.
But Cleveland needs to be in the way because Cleveland got the talent to beat anybody.
He's so good tonight. You see how he be doing that?
All right, we got
Not
to
twisting
We don't fall for it.
I mean,
No, we stay strong.
That's right. Keep swimming. The Hornets. How about the Hornets? The
supposed to be my
Hornets are
peeps.
rolling.